Hey guys, so I'm going to be coloring in this drawing for My Hero Academia. This is Hanta Sero. So I'm just gonna get started and then start talking. I'm gonna use YR33 for my touch markers first, which is a melon yellow. Oops, I dropped the marker. So Hanta Sero, his power is basically on his elbows. He has these flesh things that dispense tape, which is basically like really strong tape. He doesn't get a lot of screen time in the show right now, so if you watch up to like season 4, he doesn't have that much screen time in terms of his character, so you don't really get to see a lot of his personality that much, but he's super cool. He basically uses his tape, like he can cut it and make more tape, just by ripping it off. So he uses it kind of like Spider-Man. He swings on it, so that's what's cool. Yeah, I haven't planned on what to say, so I'm so lost. Basically, I wasn't planning on drawing Sero, to be honest, just because, I don't know, isn't typically a character that I would like specifically, but over time, I think I liked his design a lot, so that's why. But basically, it's mainly aesthetic and personality, and also the power. So that's part of his helmet. I'm gonna color the top part too. And the reason why the neck part is already colored in is because I accidentally colored in skin color, and then I realized, oh wait, that's not skin color. That's like a part of his suit. So I went back in black to just cover it up because it was supposed to be black color. So if you're wondering why that's colored already, that's why. I also did draw Sun Eater from the show as well, but I haven't made a video of him. I just ended up finishing it off like camera. I didn't do any video of Sun Eater because he was like a bit complex, and I was trying to relax the day I drew him. Because like I have so many videos that I was making to the point where I was like, when do I get to relax? So I just used Sun Eater as like a relaxing drawing. I didn't make a video, but his process work is posted on my social media, which is in my description box below. So you can like and follow those, and you'll see the process work. My brother was talking to me about how he didn't really completely like the aesthetic of My Hero Academia. He doesn't watch much anime, but it's because it reminds him of, I think there was a decade in time where graphic novels like Marvel and DC and all those other superhero comic book companies, and they drew the superheroes, they made like new superheroes, but with like more complex suits and costumes. But I think it wasn't a big hit because it was too complicated and no one remembered who like those superheroes were and stuff like that. Um, so it was like, so to my brother, it kind of reminded him of that, which is okay. I mean, he said he didn't hate it. It's more like it's just in terms of looks, it's a bit much for him. Um, However, I'm really into it because he said that basically that style is more like motorcycle gear style. So when it comes to the clothing and stuff like that, so I'm into that aesthetic. So that's kind of why I'm like really into their costumes. Um, my friend was surprised though, because when I gave him a list of all the characters that I really liked in the show, he was like, I'm surprised you don't like any girls in terms of like their powers and stuff. Like none of them you found cool and stuff like that. I think it's more because I was leaning towards the guys in terms of like their aesthetic as well and their powers at the same time. When I grew up, I basically grew up on like I didn't read comic books, but I watched like the superhero movies like Avengers and stuff. Um, but basically I was really into the but basically I grew up with like seeing like the first Iron Man and stuff like that. So all of this is just like a part of like my childhood in terms of like I was into like the heroes of my life if you want to say that, but basically the heroes of my life when I was a kid watching movies and stuff like that would have to be male heroes because that's what I grew up with. It's not until I reached like being a teenager to like a young adult that's when they started implementing the female characters into the movies because I didn't grow up with comic books, even though I was aware there were female characters like Wonder Woman and Supergirl and stuff like that. I was like, I didn't read the comics, so I wasn't really into those characters. But because I grew up with more with the movies and stuff like that, it became like I started to realize, oh, that's why I like male characters more because normally I grew up with like those types of characters. Which is like a thing that's like really interesting and at the same time it's like really cool because nowadays girls, like little girls, can grow up with female characters now, knowing that there are female heroes, unlike back in my day when I was like, oh, I didn't really have that. So it's really interesting and it's exciting for like even the people, like the actors that have like kids and stuff like that. They're excited because they're like, my children, my daughters get to grow up with this stuff. So it's a good transition for like people in general because you normally don't grow up with female heroes. And when you're female, it's kind of what you need in your life. So it's kind of difficult if you haven't. I'm gonna use YR32, which is a deep yellow to shade. So yeah, it's just cool in terms of like that younger girls get to see that because like I said before, like I didn't grow up with that and it's hard because then you're like, okay, what do I turn to for like seeing how a woman can be empowered and stuff like that? And it's difficult, and I get it. like I get why women try to be so tough, because it's like, oh, you don't grow up with like anything that's telling you women are strong, so it's kind of that. Nowadays, it's getting better in terms of that, but at the same time, I'm happy because even though I missed out on it, I think I'm more happy for like the next generation in terms of like what they get to see, what they get to grow up with, because that's much better for them in terms of an environment. Okay, and now I'm going to use the rest of Sero's costume is basically black. I'm good. I'm gonna use a GG9, which is a dark green gray, to finish off his costume. But yeah, I think that's why I mainly liked male characters, because that's just what I grew up with, and the aesthetic is normally what I've seen. And that's not a bad thing, I would say. Like, it's not too bad. I don't know what else to say about it, but basically, yeah, that's why I kind of ended up liking a whole bunch of male characters in this anime, because there's something about their aesthetic that's just hitting like home for me, I think. Is that how you put it? But basically, yeah. I found that a lot of guy characters actually like female superheroes. Guy people, like guy people, what is this English? But I found a lot of guys and men like female characters. Um, like my dad, he grew up, he loved Wonder Woman. Um, and Supergirl and all of that. And his favorite is Wonder Woman. And Captain Marvel is his new favorite too, because he saw the movie. Even though, like my brother said, it's not that accurate to the comic books. Like in the comic books, I think it was a little bit better. But again, it's cool to see that my dad likes those heroes. But I'm always like, I like Iron Man and Captain America and Thor and my favorite is Doctor Strange. And I think mainly the female characters that I was really into was like in Guardians of the Galaxy, like Gamora and Mantis. I think I liked their aesthetic for female character designs. Sorry if I'm going silent. I'm trying to focus. I'm trying not to color because the marker can bleed into other spots that I don't want, so I'm trying my best to not let it bleed. But I really like Sero's helmet. It's super cool. Gives off motorcycle vibes, like I was saying before, which is why I like it a lot. Also, I watched Tron from Disney. That one was super cool. So they have like motorcycles and stuff like that. So I guess this is just what it reminds me of. Sero's personality, I would say, is quite funny. He he gets along with Kirishima and Genki, so I guess that's why I like his character a bit more than others, just because he gets along with those two. And Kirishima is like my favorite character out of all of them, because his personality is just amazing. Okay, so that's one part. Ooh, I kind of have a headache, but I'm still gonna draw. And then the bottom part. I also really like the colors that are put together, because the orange and the black. Um, a lot of the characters I noticed had a lot of like have some sort of black on their costume, so it's kind of like edgy. Um, yeah, I've been using this black marker a lot just to color them in. Okay, so that's it for the black. Now I'm going on to the gray. I'm gonna be using CG 0.5, which is a cool gray, to shade the white in because I need to shade. Okay, so that's part of it. And then this bottom part too. And then this part as well. It's white, and then the inside is gray, cause of shading. But I believe it's still white. And then I'm gonna shade a bit in here as well, cause these are like indented inside. Okay, and that's basically it for Sero. So here's the overview of the drawing. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Check down in the description box below. All my social media is there. You can like and follow those. And all of the process work for Sarah will be posted on there as well. So I'll take pictures and post it there. If you want to see my other My Hero Academia drawings, they'll all be uploaded onto my drawings playlist. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye!